everybody, my name's Rosie and welcome to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're all doing really well. We're going to shove some makeup on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sort this out. I mean, there is no point because it's the end of Sunday. It's like 5 o'clock on a Sunday. Just fed all the dogs. But you know what? I haven't sat down and filmed a video like this in a while. And I just thought, well, why the effing hell not? I've got a couple of bits that I'm trying out at the moment. Just going to shove some moisturiser on just as a base. This is just the little e.l.f. hydrating one. It is nice, but some things it does peel a little bit under. But that's okay. We're not going anywhere. My skin has been so good recently. Now, like today, I've woken up with all these little, like, things, spots, little whiteheads all around my mouth. Don't know what that's about. Oh my god, I've been having some weird dreams as well. I'm just talking shit right now. So, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've caught up with you guys. Yeah, we're just going to do basic today. But when I was doing parts of my makeup declutter, I spoke about my Grwm foundation, and someone commented on my video and said, oh, Superdrug have got it on at the moment for £12. Now, one, I didn't know that they did it, and two, I was like, really? Because that foundation's like 20 something pounds on its own. I went on and had a look, and Superdrug are selling some Grwm stuff, and they had a different foundation on there which looks similar, but it is different to the one that I normally use. Well, and I thought, well, they had two for £12 on anything, and the foundation was £12, but then I had £9 worth of points, so I got two foundations for £3 of my own monies. So the one that I usually use is this, and it's called the Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. But the one that Superdrug is doing is slightly different. Here's the lid for the original one. So, and this is the Ready for My Close Up medium to full coverage, and this is Flawless in Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation, and this says that it is also like a medium to full. So I thought, well, I'll try it. Now, I tried it and it's lovely. It's really similar, not exactly the same. It's a really lovely foundation. This brand is just not spoken about enough. It's so good, and the fact that I got two for £12, or technically £3 of my own money, is crazy. I would say even if you get it at £12 for one, the full price, from what I've tested so far, is worth it. So I thought we would use it today so I could show you, but I am a bit tanned. Hopefully won't have to mix it. So I picked up two shades. So in my original one, I have T3W and the Fair Lady range, which is with the blue lids. They do different shade ranges. I'm not a scientist by any means, but basically my understanding is obviously every skin type, whether you're really fair to really deep, has different skin needs. These foundations concentrate on that, so it's not one formula all the way across. It focuses on what your skin pigmentation would need, is what I believe. So I normally, Fair Lady is my range, which is the blue lids, but they do really fair. They do 6 different types all the way up to really dark. So yeah, T3W is one that I normally use, and I've also used T2W, which is really nice, and T1W, which is really nice, depending on how pale I am. I can mix. So when I was picking these, the shades were slightly different. So I got this one, Fair Lady T6, and then I also picked Fair Lady T3. This one would be perfect for when I'm paler, or if I want to lighten up any dark foundations. And this one, it'd probably be alright. I mean, I haven't got the best fake tan on. The fake tan on I've got on today is actually the Filter by Molly May. It's alright. So yeah, I thought we would use a bit of this, have a little chitty chatty, do some basic makeup. Nothing too fancy, I'm not going anywhere. I just thought I'd film a little video. Suddenly got a burst of energy. Thought I'd film, oh, I mean, a burst of energy is probably a little bit much of an exaggeration. I basically wasn't asleep, lying down like a slug for a moment, so I thought we'd do this. I thought we'd try out the Made by Mitchell sponge. I've not used it today. I've not used it before, so I thought I'd try it today. My sponges all desperately need a wash. So it's a really nice formula, and I really think it just looks like skin once it's all blended out. So we're not going to do anything crazy, like I said. We're just going to do a basic look. but it literally blends in like skin. And I wore it all day at work, like a couple of days in a row, and I was so impressed. By like the end of the day, it was still sitting so nicely, even though my natural oils had all come through, because I am quite oily. I haven't been as oily recently as I have been in the past. In the past I have been like everything sliding off, but I definitely do still get pretty oily. It actually goes like skin, and then if you want to build it up to a fuller coverage, you can. This stuff for 12 quid. I'm so grateful for the person that told me about this, because I love both of these foundations and they're quite similar, but the fact that this one is so affordable compared to the other one, and it just goes on so nicely. And also, can we talk about that colour match? I hope that it's going to show up as well for you guys, but it just blends into like skin. Anyway, I'm not sure if Superdrug still have the offer on, but I will link it all down below just so you guys can check it out if you want to. But even if they don't have the offer on, I really do think one of them's worth for 12 quid. But obviously, if they do still have the two for £12, then you can pick, maybe try some of their other stuff if you don't want to have two foundations. But I thought I'm just going to do a little bit more around this bit, because I've got like some scars and some spots there. But everywhere else, I don't even want to build it up thicker, which, you know, it's saying something because it's covering really well, but all my like little freckly bits are still showing through, like on my nose and stuff. I don't know how it does it. It like masks all the redness, but it's still showing all like my natural. Oh, I've got little stairs that go up onto my bed for the pug, and Lola just tripped down the stairs. I really just think that's such a beautiful foundation. I'd really recommend it. Recommend it. I tried out yesterday for the first time this one, HMB. I got the concealer, which I've been loving, and I got the powder, which I used for the first time yesterday. We'll try it again. I don't see anything special with the powder as of yet, but I only used it yesterday. I used this for the first time yesterday, really nice, and I had my makeup on for hours yesterday, like 12 hours maybe, and it lasted really well. I wasn't doing loads, I was just around the house and stuff, filmed a video, was around the house, but yeah, I didn't wash it off till quite late. I ate and like chilled and stuff, and it lasted really well. So far so good with that one. And the concealer I'm loving. I got it in SF1.5W, and I've been using this non-stop under my eyes. You need just a little bit, and a little goes a long way. I'm tempted to get it in a darker shade for like spot concealing, because I think it would be really good. But yeah, it's just a really nice concealer, and I feel like it sits really well under my eyes, because I like to have like, I like a full coverage under the eye, but as I'm getting older I just can't do it like I used to do. So I feel like this just sits really nicely. It really brightens up, but without making my eyes look, well, focusing in on all the natural like lines that I'm now getting. And I don't mind that I'm getting those lines, I just don't want them highlighted any more than they have to be, you know? Like, it doesn't look nice when your concealer's like really stuck in there. Okay, so that's my base without anything on. I'll turn the light down, see if that helps you to see it better. Don't know if it's gonna. It just looks so nice. It honestly just looks like skin. I don't know if the camera's going to show it as well. And I can't even do natural lighting because it's gloomy and raining outside. It's like really dark outside. But yeah. I was going to do my eyebrows first with the honey glue, and I totally forgot, because that's just not how I do my brows. I did that for the first time yesterday. It actually panned out quite nice. Now I feel like I can't do that because it's a product that you need to kind of do your brows with first. Getting ready, sort of straighten my hair, so I don't want to put powder on it instantly because I don't want it to mix and go cakey. So I just sort of let that set for a couple of seconds while I just straighten my first bit of hair. I really can't stress enough how good my skin looks without being so full coverage, because usually with my skin, with the scarring and stuff that I have, it needs to be really full coverage, and I've just like let it sit naturally under my eyes and it's not even hardly creased. So I think those two are a lovely combination. I think we'll use the HMB powder because I've only used it once. Now, I don't think it's a powder I've got a problem with. I just think it's the packaging. Like, it's not the easiest to use. So it's like just your standard, but look how messy it gets. I've only used it once. Whereas I'm used to like my Fenty, it's literally going everywhere. I feel like with the Fenty, although it's a similar shape, because it comes out of the FB, I don't know, it's just less messy and the lid holds stuff easier. And then with my Huda, obviously it's got the net on. Even with the Laura Mercier, even though it's a sort of similar concept, it's not as messy. I don't know what it is about this one, but it's really messy. But anyway, I'm going to take my disgusting, and I think because the rim is so deep, it makes it even difficult to get like a good pat pat pat. Anyway, I'm going to take my dirty, gross Trigwell Poofy Poof, remove some of the excess on the back of my hand, and because I don't want it too thick under the eye, even though I've just put some under my hand, I thought I'd just start here and then work my way up to under my eye, because I really don't want it to like really cake under there. And I'm not doing any other cream products or anything today, as you've just guessed, because I just can't be arsed. I'm just not a massive one for cream products. When I go out and about, or really fancy pants, and I do, but otherwise I just prefer to just get the same effect with powder, honestly. So my car's got its MOT tomorrow. I always dread my MOT. So I spent some time like hoovering out my car today. It was an absolute mess, but my next door neighbour, like my next door neighbours are so amazing. I'm so lucky, they're like second parents. I've lived next door to them for years now and they help me out so much, but one of them works at a car, well, they both work at different car garages, and she's kindly offered to take like my car for me in the morning, and they've let me borrow one of their cars for work tomorrow. So like, how lovely is that? Like, I'm so lucky to have such lovely neighbours. So yeah, I not only wanted to hoover it out because it's going for its MOT, but also because she's gonna have to drive it to work, and you know, although to be fair, she knows what I'm like and how gross it is. But so I hoovered it out, and then I was gonna wash it, but then I was like, what's the point, because it's absolutely, like, I knew it was gonna rain today and it is pissing down now. I then just take a fluffy brush, just pick up a little bit of the excess that I've tapped off on the back of my hand, and maybe just tap into a little bit more and just take that down my neck a little bit, just because I do put my foundation down my neck and I don't want it transferring. So just sort of buff that in. Yeah, dreaded MOT, hate it, hate having an MOT. It needs a service really as well, but I've just, with everything that's going on at the minute, I just can't really afford it. It's not a priority. I think I'm probably gonna look to get rid of my car soon, because I keep having so many problems with it. And you know, as much as I love my car, I've got a Peugeot, it's nothing special, but I've got a Peugeot RCZ and I love my car, but I've like just don't trust it anymore. And I think there's a problem with the sensors at the minute, because like my engine light will come on, and I've had it looked at and there's nothing wrong with my engine, but it comes on all the time, and like I've been told by a mechanic that it is like something's wrong with the sensor. But when it comes on, goes off, comes on, goes off, I then get paranoid that what if it isn't the sensor this time and there is something wrong with my engine. And like, it keeps telling me, like today, well, the last couple of days, it keeps telling me that my tyres are like flat. I've got run flats, so it's not as easy to see, but it keeps telling me that my tyres are flat. So I like took it to the petrol station this morning to blow them up, and the machine just kept coming back with error, and it was like it was taking air out. When I got my next door neighbour to look at it, he was like that they're not flat. So again, something wrong with the sensors there maybe. Right, let's bronze this face up. Instantly I go for my P. Louise. This is my favourite bronzer. But I'm trying to think if I've got anything that I've not used on camera before. Oh, maybe the Made by Mitchell. Let's use this. It's quite a deep bronzer, and it has got a tiny bit of a shimmer in it, but not too much. And I can't remember what I thought of it, so I think I liked it. So let's try this one. Thinking about what I'm thinking about. I am going to be renting another room out in my house just for now, just because like everyone's, you know, I can just do with the money, frankly, honestly. Every day I have a moment where I think about selling parts of my body online. But then I thought, well, maybe I'll just rent a room out instead, you know, before going all that way extreme. Yeah, it's such a pretty colour. I really like that bronzer. Just build it up a little bit slowly. But it's really hard finding somebody, because I advertise that online, because how else are you supposed to do it? But I hit the jackpot with Kim, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, she's not perfect, but we're the same age. We are very independent, but we also do things together. Like, you know, she made me dinner this week once, I made her dinner this week once. But then like this weekend she's been out, so I've looked after her dogs, but she works from home quite a bit, so she looks after my dogs in the day. Like, you know, it's just worked out really well. Like, we get along well. I've hit the jackpot. But some of the people that I've had like in this ad that I've got out are like so strange. And like some of them are really abrupt, and I have on the ad that it's women only, because I want a women only house. I don't want to live with a man. You know, me and Kim have a nice dynamic, and I just don't want, I want to be able to walk around in my pyjamas without a bra on, shorts, and be comfortable. And like, even living with my brother, as fine as that was, I didn't feel like I could do all of that, because I had a man in the house who, and even that was my brother, who would never even look at any, you know, would never be inappropriate or anything. So I just feel like I don't want a man. And, you know, for Kim as well, like, she likes to also be in her pyjamas and her shorts, and, you know, it's just nicer to have for me, I just prefer to have girls. But I keep getting so many men like replying, and not many women. And I keep getting women that live abroad being like, oh, I'm coming over, I don't have a job yet, but, you know, and I'm just like, no. Like, no, like, I don't care like where you're from, but you need to be here and established with a job. I'm not having someone move in that doesn't yet have a job, because who knows what could happen. And also, when you're renting out a room, if someone's not from the UK, you're responsible for all their visas, so you have to make sure that they're here legally and stuff. And it gets complicated, yeah. So I just want someone that just fits in with us, another lady that fits in with us. Oh, last weekend I went for a really nice brunch for my friend's birthday. That was really nice. We went to a Italian brunch in London. I was quite anxious because there were train strikes on last weekend, so I was quite anxious about like what that would be like, but it was absolutely fine. I mean, they were less trains than normal, but it didn't, like, they all ran on time and stuff. It didn't really affect the day at all. The brunch was nice. I just had like a margarita pizza, but it was really nice. Like proper, like, you know, stone baked pizzas. A lot of Prosecco. We went onto a bar afterwards. I'm just going to take my Rare Beauty. It's my favourite highlighter at the moment. I have this in shade Exhilarate. Yeah, there was like shots flying around. Oh, so much. But it was really good. Lots of cocktails. Too much Prosecco. But I had a great time. And I wore a dress that I got for £8. It's an ASOS dress, but it was in secret sales. And I have got a haul, which I am hoping to film after this. So I'm not sure which one will be up first. I've gone way over the top there, but I don't even care. Because I'm a highlighter and blush whore. On the nose. On the nose a bit. I'm sorry, but my skin looks so good right now. I think this is like my new fave foundation, because it just wears so nicely. I keep going on about it so much, but it's so hard to find a good foundation. And I love the other Uoma one. I'm loving this too. I reckon the two mixed together will be lovely. I feel like a bit boring because I always go for the same, but I just love my Doll Beauty blushes. They are my fave. I don't know what sort of colour I want to go for today. I think actually I might go like, should we go more Barbie pinky? No. My friend Lucy got me this. It was like just randomly turned up at my house. I was like, oh my god, am I getting PR from P. Louise? Then Lucy was like, no, it's from me. These are stunning. I've been mixing these two shades together. I just wish they were a bit more shimmery because I love a shimmery blush, but I've also put loads of highlighter on, so I'm just going to mix those two because they work really well. This palette's fucking beautiful. I love the look of the highlighter palette too. Stunning. Stunning. But I am trying to be a bit better of not spending money because I love the look of this as well. And obviously I love blush, so when it just turned up I was just so generous, so lovely. I always sort of like to randomly go into like the corner of my eye socket because that's just the kind of freak that I am. I would have a just all over pink blush face if I had my own way. Bit over the bridge of my nose because that's what I like to do. Yeah, that's cute. Lovely palette. I love it. I love it. Cool, I'm just going to use a bit of this setting spray, which I've got through pretty quickly, but I've actually poured like some into another spritz bottle to take out and about with me because I don't want to carry a whole big bottle, but I love this. My sister recommended it to me and it's a good recommendation. The spritz is lovely, it smells lovely, and it does a really good job, so I would definitely be getting another one of those. Other amazing news today, which I hope that it does happen, but I got an email from Lemonade Dolls. I did do a video of unboxing a mystery box of their underwear, and I've taken some pictures of me in it over on my Instagram if you want to go and check it out, and I'll link that video below. But they're underwear brand and they're so inclusive and it's just really beautiful, like more, I don't know if they do any wired bras. I don't think they do. I think they're all like bralettes, non-wired. Anyway, I got an email from them today inviting me to an event. I'm so fucking excited. I only been invited to one other event before, which was a Superdrug event over a year ago, and I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was a scam email, and then I found out when it was too late that it was real. So I missed out on that. But yeah, I had an email from them today. Because I have had a bit of communication with them from where I posted the video, and then after I posted the video I got a white set, and in that video I said, oh, would have loved to have had some colour because loads of their stuff is really colourful and beautiful, and they contacted me and asked if they could send me out a colourful set, which they did. I took pictures on my Instagram. It's so beautiful, and yeah, now they've emailed me saying that they'd like to invite me to an event in September. I'm so excited, like I really want to go to it. It like for now says like if you did want to come, which dates would be better, because I think they're trying to book it in so that people can attend. So both dates would be fine. So I went back and said both dates, so I'm waiting to hear. But it says like it's in London, which is fine for me. And the two dates that they gave were either a Friday or a Saturday. So when I go into work tomorrow, in case on the Friday I'm just going to try and book that day off, or I am going to book the day off, so in case it is on the Friday. And they've said that like food and underwear will be included, and it also says about if we want to get involved in a photo shoot when we're there, like there's no pressure but if you want to. So I am so excited for that, and I really hope that it's like, I'm sure it is genuine, because like I said, I've had communication with them before, but like this, when that happens, it's going to be in September. The two dates are at the end of September. That'll be my first ever event, and to go for one with a brand that I just love the idea of everything that they do in terms of like empowering women, and keeping everyone inclusive and all that sort of stuff. I just love the idea of it, and if there is a photo shoot there, best believe I'll get in the pants. I don't care. I'll get in the pants. I'll be running all over the gaff. You know, I love all that stuff. Okay, brows. I'm just going to zoom through the brows. I'll come back when they're done because it's boring to watch that. Okay, that's the brows on. I tell you what, I need my friend to sort my brows out because when they're not, and they've like, I had microblading done years ago, and there's a slight bit still there, like right in the background, but not really. And when she laminates them and like tints them, I find it so much easier to do. But now there's literally no lamination left and no pigment left, I find it really difficult to do. But anyway, they're on. Just do another spritzy of that stuff. I might do a little bit of a winged liner. What shall I do? What shall I do? I think I might do like bronzer in the eye. I'm gonna take my P. Louise. Gonna do the lightest colour, which actually I think I'm gonna need to replace because I've hit pan. I'm not gonna bother putting anything down on my eye because I'm not doing anything fancy pants. I'm just running a bit of bronzer through my eye. Anyway guys, I've got on TikTok. I mean, I've been on TikTok for ages shopping, but I've never made any TikToks, and recently I've made a couple. So if you want to go and give me a follow over there, I think it's like the same Rosy Pink Rose. Let me check. Yeah, Rosy Pink Rose. I'll link it all down below anyway. Put it all down there. But yeah, if you would go and give me a follow, I'd really appreciate it, because I am a lady in my 30s, and I feel like I'm that generation where I'm so, like, I've grown up with technology and stuff, but these newer apps are so intimidating and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't know if it's any good. Like Instagram, I'm so confident with. That's like that's my comfort zone. That's my safety net. I'm so good with, like, I'm so confident with Instagram. Not that I have many followers, because I don't. If you want to follow me on there too, that would be great. But yeah, TikTok is a scary, intimidating place. But I want to just get a little bit better with that stuff. I don't want to fall behind, you know. Am I being dramatic? Probably. I'm just taking a bit of a deeper shade and just darkening up the crease. Just get a little bit of definition. I'm going to do a wing. Why not? So I learnt a little tip, and I did try it recently, but whether it'll work or not this time because I'm on camera. So if you just line up from your nose with this and like press it, that is your flick. And then you can just tighten it up as you like. I'm just going to do a really thin, she says. Not thin at all. This nib is quite bendy. So I haven't got the most control, so that's gone a lot thicker than I wanted it to. I mean, it's not the best, but I've definitely done a lot worse, and I'm not going to touch it anymore. So let's try again. I don't think I've done that one very well. It looked really good yesterday, but I used a different liner, to be fair. Not that I'm blaming my tools. Fucked it. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm going to leave that side, I'm going to fix this side. Wait for it to dry. Give it a momentum. It's always the way. Yesterday, no camera, nowhere to go. Not that I've got anywhere to go now, but no camera. Worked great. This time, not so much. But I'll fix it. Really warm. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna scratch off. Do you know what that would do? Now scratch a little bit off, and then I'll just hopefully not fuck it up again, and just do the whole little. That'll do. I'm not touching that anymore. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, mascara time. I'm going to use my two favourites, my favourite combination together. So I like this Sephora one. I need to get a new one of this, and this Technic one, which is so cheap. I got this in Wilko, but I don't know if you can only get it online now, or if they even still do it. once I found out I loved it, I bought like 4 of them, but I'm on to my last one. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Sephora first. I'll sort of just go back and forth with the two. Now my lashes are naturally really curly, which is a blessing and a curse, because you'll see that I always get mascara on my lid. But that's fine, just like I did with the eyeliner. I'll let it dry and then I'll just scratch it off with a spoolie. Leave that to dry before I do the bottom lashes, because I don't want to get it everywhere. But my bottom lashes I'll do with this one, because the brush is like good for that. And then we'll go for a nude lip, standard. I'm gonna take this little Peaches and Cream, my favourite liners, if you didn't already know. So I've got this little Peaches and Cream liner. It's my favourite if you didn't know. This one's in Praline. Look how tiny it is now. I have got another one, but I get as much out of this one first. Just give it a sharpen. These are 5 for £15. They're so good, guys. And they've gone, I know I keep talking about it, but just in case you miss it, they've gone all over TikTok shop now. I've been using them for years. They are the best lip liners. So creamy, so nice. And the shades are lovely. So yeah, I love these. So this is Praline. They're so creamy. They're just so nice. I love this shade as well. I love all of them, to be honest. This is one product that I always get a backup of way before I need it, just in case. I'm going to take this little Huda liquid lip in Girlfriend. When I went for the brunch last week, my eyes are really sensitive anyway. They would not stop watering. It completely ruined my makeup all day. Just wouldn't stop. And I hate that. I get it a lot, but it was just, obviously I'm out all day, so I need my, like out at brunch, so you're out all day and you need your makeup to last. And it just ruined my face. And of course, once that happens, there's literally just nothing you can do. It's just that ruined. It's annoying. Right, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. Take a little bit of my NARS, just because I think it's the brightest one I've got. I only really wanted to lighten up the centre, but it's done all of it. So I'm just going to... Okay, one last spritz. But avoiding my eyes now. Love the smell of that. It's like Turkish delight. Do last bit of my hair straight and down. Although my housemate can French plait, which I'm just jealous of because I've never been able to French plait. My mum can't French plait. My sister's mum can French plait, so she sometimes has wicked French plaits, but yeah, we've just not been a French plait girlies in our family. But my housemate can, and she French plait my hair the other day, maybe like over a week ago now, and when I took it out, like the next day, it was so cool and it lasted ages. I love that because I like use my mermaid waver. It's probably the only curl that really like works in my hair, but apart from that, like when you have it French plaits, and it's so cool because it's like so volumized by the top, isn't it, where it's been straight plaited all the way from the root. Okay, and then just to finish off, as always, I'm taking my L'Oreal Paris. I'm so sorry, in my lipstick declutter, I told you all about this lip gloss and how much I love it and to get it, and I didn't even tell you who it was by, but this is Soar by L'Oreal Paris, and this is my favourite gloss. So it's a slightly plumping, but comfortable, not sticky, but lasts a good amount of time. It's just my absolute dream. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Dior gloss, but I've never used that, so I don't know. It's just my favourite gloss. I love it. So that's me done. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll probably sit in my pants for an hour like this, and then I'll go and wash it off. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please do give me a like, thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Leave all your comments down below. Always love to hear from you guys and chat to you down there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really, really is appreciated. And as always, I look forward to the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.